Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to So You Think You're Iconic, the movie podcast where I can't remember how to start the podcast.
No, we've been
I
doing
was
this for a while now, and we still
a
don't know.
while. I was literally fooling around with this. I was like, what do I push? It literally says in the corner, start recording.
We've gone back to the beginning. We don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I feel like I'm having like a brain regression or something, which would be very on brand for me,
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunate.
unfortunately. But how was your week, Kelly?
It was. It was all right, actually. Work was better ish, and by better I mean I didn't have a lot to do this week, so it was kind of
Oh,
chill.
can't relate. Can't
Yeah,
relate.
yeah. We totally switched.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it was pretty chill. I watched like 3 movies this week. Like I don't usually watch movies. I usually watch like TV shows or listen to music, but I like had enough time that I could put on a movie and like enjoy it.
Oh,
It was
good for
it
you.
was actually like, yeah, it was
I
insane.
still watched I still watched a couple of movies, but like I was like half watching them because I was working while I was watching them.
Mm-mm. See, the thing with movies, like even if I've seen them 1,000 times, I feel like I still want to watch it. Like I can't just have it in the background. Like I have to like every couple minutes just look down and watch a little bit of it and then like go back to work.
Yeah. I did watch a couple of new movies, but most of it was me just watching old stuff that I could have on in the background. That way if I had to like go and do something, I could just do it and not
Yeah.
have to worry about missing plot points.
Yeah.
Like I watched Rush Hour on Friday
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I did
and
Star Trek on Friday.
American Hustle. I was like, I've seen those
Ooh.
movies. I know the plot.
Yeah.
I can.
Doesn't matter.
And with American Hustle, no, not American. With Rush Hour,
Rush
I was
hour.
so busy. It took me like 3 hours to watch Rush Hour.
That's how you
I
know it's
start
bad.
I started it when I got to work, and I didn't finish it until like 1 o'clock.
Awful.
It was bad.
Awful. Yeah. It's a pretty chill week for me. Tell us
Cool.
about your hectic week.
Well, yeah, I was super busy. That that was something. Um, I was so busy on Friday. I was like working from the time I got there to the time I left.
Hmm.
It was stressful. It was stressful. I
Yeah.
also finally had my review with my with my manager.
Yay.
Yeah, mm,
Mm.
that was
Not
useless.
yay.
That man doesn't know what I do, so it was kind of not necessary for us to have a performance
Mm.
review when he doesn't know what I do. But
Yeah. You can't
whatever.
really tell somebody how good they're doing if you don't know what's going on.
Oh, don't even get me started on that, Kelly. Don't, don't. Because how in my review was he like, yeah, great work, great feedback, blah 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 blah, meets expectations.
Before he starts your review, he's like, "So tell me what you do again."
It took everything
Oh,
in me
okay.
not it took everything in me not to say something. I was
I
like
bet.
okay, cool.
You're like, great.
Whatever.
All right, this is a
Whatever.
waste of
Can
my
we end the
time and
Yeah,
yours.
can we end this call now?
Yeah,
I
we're
also
good. I'm
I
good. You're
also
good.
still don't know anything about my raise. Still.
Still,
Still. And
dang.
then they emailed us talking about they'll have more communication about it by the end of the month.
Sure. Which month?
Wait, which month?
Yeah, this month or April or
Because
maybe May.
you're gonna take half a year to give us our bonuses from last year?
Yeah.
Whatever.
That this feels illegal.
This feels illegal. I told Kelly I'm ready to start like a nationwide strike.
Yeah.
We should all just do it. So everyone
Yeah.
email us. I'll set a date and we'll
Mhm.
just all not go to work.
Yeah, you just won't
we
show
just
up.
we just won't show up. Everyone's like taking a sick day, taking a PTO day.
Yeah.
Taking a mental health day if your job gives you
Hmm.
those. Mine does not.
Mine does not.
um, yeah. On a brighter note, though, um, I've settled what I'm doing for my birthday. Yay! And I have like
Yay.
two, maybe three trips lined up for this summer, so I'm really excited about that. Can't wait.
Yay.
Yay! Oh, is it four? Oh, it
Ooh.
actually might be four. Now that I think about it, because that concert is technically in the summer. Yeah, it's four.
Yeah.
It's four. Yeah, four trips.
Yep.
I'm okay with
This is
that.
the year.
This is the year. Very excited about that. Can't wait. Um, yep, that's it for me. So
All right.
we can get started talking about this movie.
Okay.
So, as usual, I have to go back and fix Kelly's mistakes.
Okay.
She
Oh, we
loves
don't need to. We don't need to do this.
she loves skipping the first movie of a franchise.
I do. It's a disease at this point.
It is a
Most of
disease.
most of my episodes, it's started with the second movie of a series,
Yeah,
if
and
it
then
is
I
a
have to
series.
go back and fix it. I have to go back and do the original movie. I have
Hey,
to
no,
lay in
I've done the first movie a couple of times.
a couple of times. Name two. I can name one.
Princess Diaries
Exactly. That's the only one I can think of.
and was I Charlie's Angels or were you
I'm
Charlie's
pretty
Angels?
sure I was Charlie's Angels.
What's another one?
Kelly,
I'm
I'm
we're gonna
telling you
stop.
that's it.
We're gonna
Stop,
stop.
stop all you want. Stop.
Yeah, we're
Take
gonna
all the
stop.
time you need. I'll put in the elevator music. I don't care.
Should I go through the list?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right, here. Let's pull up the list. Let's see another one that I swear to you, dude. Oh my gosh. This is awful. I swear I've done another one. Oh no. Not even Adam's Family, bro.
No, no, you
Pitch
did the Adam.
Perfect.
I tried to beg you to do the first Adam's Family. You were like, no, no, no. I want to do Adam's Family Values.
I did the first Pitch Perfect.
Does that count? Because that wasn't originally supposed to be a franchise.
Frick. Do you want me to find another one?
I want you to find one that was meant to be a franchise, and you did
The
the
first
first
one.
movie.
Back to the Future.
Okay. I don't think that was supposed to be a franchise, but I'll allow it.
They literally ended the movie on a cliffhanger.
That's why I allowed it. That's the only reason
Okay.
why I allowed it. Okay, I'll give
All
you
right.
that. Okay, there goes
Okay.
your two.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, back to the movie we're
Yes.
supposed to be doing. This week we're doing The Hunger Games, the
Yes, we
original.
are.
So, our movie starts off with words on the screen that tell us about the penance the 12 districts of Pan Am have to pay for having an uprising or whatever they want to
Uprising.
call it, civil war,
Mm-hmm.
whatever you want to call it.
Whatever. Yeah. Propaganda.
And so, in penance for this, they must choose two children, a boy and a girl, to fight to the death in a competition called the Hunger Games. How
Awful.
that happened, who knows?
Right.
I mean, I'm sure they told us. And what's the name of that book they just recently came out with? Actually, no, because that's not even an origin story. I don't know. The
Yeah, it
Ballad of
doesn't go back that.
Songbirds or whatever.
Yeah, I
I
didn't
don't
read.
think
I
it
wasn't
goes
gonna
back.
read
I
it.
don't think it goes back that far. But
Yeah.
someone came up with this idea, and
Yes.
and other people co-signed on it. Don't know why.
Yes, they did.
And so we then see our protagonist Katniss comforting her sister, who has woken up. Oh, her sister. I almost called her Prue. Oops, Rue. Wrong franchise.
Right.
Her sister Rue, who has woken up from a
What?
nightmare
Jordan?
that she was what?
What's her
What?
sister's name?
I said Rue. Oh shit. Primrose. I'm so sorry. I accidentally wrote Rue.
Primrose. Jordan. What is
I'm
going on here?
I told you, brain regression. I'm so
No,
sorry.
seriously. You said that with so much conviction
I
too.
did.
You're like, it's
We're,
Rue. And I'm like,
it's Rue.
okay. All
Um,
right.
maybe not. Primrose. Sorry, Prim.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has a nightmare that she's picked to be in the Hunger Games, and Katniss tells her that since it's her first year in the drawing, she won't be picked.
Major side
Cat,
eye.
what is it called? Bombastic side
Yeah,
eye.
bombastic side eye.
uh, Katniss then goes into the outskirts of town and hunts for food with her best friend Gail, and then they go and trade the extra in the black market that they have. I forgot
Mm.
what it's called. The seam? Is that
Wait,
it?
I can't
They call it
remember.
something in the books. I don't
In
remember.
the books, yeah. They don't mention it in the
They
movies.
don't mention it in the movies. There's a lot of stuff they don't mention from the books.
Mm.
Um yeah, and so they get like extra supplies for the extra game they have. And then Katniss is given a pen of a hybrid animal called a mockingjay.
Mm-hmm.
When it's time for the reaping, which is what they call like the lottery,
Yes, the death
Cat
lottery.
the death lottery, Katniss explains the process to Primrose, and after some freaking out, the two go to their like different stations. I guess they like
Mm-hmm.
line everyone up
Break
by
it down.
age.
Yeah, they break it down by age, I think.
Why? Who knows? It doesn't make any sense, but they did it.
Yeah, it's never explained.
During the reaping, Primrose's name is picked by
Oh.
District 12's tribute escort, Effie Trinket,
Yep.
and Katniss volunteers in her place. The boys are then reaped, and a boy named Peeta Malark is picked. And a little time after the ceremony, Katniss is able to say goodbye to her family, and she asks Gale to look after them before she and Peeta go onto a train to the capital.
Yep.
On the train, Effie gives them a breakdown of the whole process of the Hunger Games. And it's like, you're probably going to die, but like, enjoy it while you can.
Right. Like you're gonna die, so since we have a timeline, let's
Eat
amp
all
up
the
the
food.
happiness. Let's
Yeah,
live.
eat all the food. Enjoy the bed. Watch some
Right.
TV. You know, enjoy yourself. And they are then introduced to Haymitch, who is their mentor for the games, and he's drunk, and Katniss is not up for this.
No.
And so they get into a little heated argument before he like leaves because he tells them that they're gonna die, and they're like, "We know we're gonna die, but like, you're supposed to give us some encouragement."
Right. You're supposed to at least lie to us and say you might have
Yeah,
a chance.
we're children. Lie to us.
Right, please. I am 15.
Yeah, and so when he leaves, Peeta like chases after him because Peeta's like, "No, I can get him to change and be nice to us." Katniss is like,
Sure.
"Save your energy."
Yeah.
That night, Katniss watches old Hunger Games footage, but quickly turns it off because she's watching children kill each other,
Yeah,
and
that's
she
not comforting.
and she's like, "I don't want to do that."
Yeah. Why would you even do that? Like I know you have to like quote unquote prep, but I would not do that to myself. That's awful.
I don't understand how anyone watches the Hunger Games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I would not be able to do that.
Mm-mm. I would not. Even if like if I was somebody in the capital or if I was somebody out in the districts, I would not be able to watch. I don't
I
care.
don't know how the people in the districts watch it. I honestly
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah,
if I were
no.
if I
I
were in the districts, I was like, I'm not watching this.
Yeah, honestly. And if I knew somebody that was going to be in it, I no.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
I'm definitely not watching it.
I'm definitely not watching it.
Absolutely not. And so the next morning, Katniss and Haymitch get into an argument again.
Mm.
When she like stabs a mahogany table
That
in
is
between like
mahogany.
that's mahogany in between his like fingers with a knife before Haymitch tells him that the most important thing that they need to do is get people to like them.
True.
This way they'll get sponsors who will send them supplies, you know, water if you're thirsty, medicine if you're
Mhm.
sick,
Mhm.
yada yada. They arrive to the capital, which looks like it's in Utah, like literal Utah, which is very weird.
Yeah,
You think
weird
this place
setting.
of life and luxury, and you don't think Utah.
No, you don't.
Maybe it's Colorado, but I'm leaning more towards Utah.
Mm,
Yeah, and Katniss and Peeta are overwhelmed by all the extravagance.
mm,
Katniss is then taken to a spa where she's prepped before meeting her head designer. What is Senna?
mm-hmm.
That's what he
He's the head
is.
designer. Yeah.
Senna, yeah. He's really nice to her and not congratulates her. He like thanks her for being so brave for volunteering for her sister.
Yeah.
And he tells her that he will help her in any way that he can, and that he wants to do something different this year than their regular costumes of dressing as coal miners. Because why was that ever a thing?
Yeah.
Why was that ever a thing?
Right. Like I know y'all are doing this whole like dress as your district, but really? Really? Do we have to do that? Do we have to represent our districts that way?
That never needed to be a thing.
It never did.
Like District, what is it, 2? They're they're dressed as like gladiators or something, but that's not their district's
Yeah.
thing. So I'm
Right.
like, why? How come they get to be interpretive, but we have to be literal?
Right. Yeah, right. Whoever was making up these rules and whatever needs to stop.
Yeah, please. Senna was like, we're done with this. He's
Yeah,
like,
he's
no
like,
more, no
I'm
more.
the new creative director for this year, and yeah, we're not doing that.
We're not doing that anymore. So sorry. And so at the tribute parade, everyone is super shocked when they see Katniss and Peeta come out as like coal that is on fire.
Wow.
Before President Snow makes a speech thanking them for their bravery and blah 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 blah. They didn't choose to be here.
Yeah.
but yeah, well, four at least four of them chose to be there. Everybody else did not.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah,
If you think about it.
but we'll get to that later.
Hmm.
After the parade, they go up to their apartment, which is bigger than my house,
Yes. I'd
and
live there.
Katniss goes and gets her room assignment, which is bigger than my living room.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
The next day, the tributes begin their 4 days of training in survival skills and fighting. And during the training, Katniss notices a young girl stir up trouble between the boy from District 2, Cato, and the boy from
Hmm.
District 8 by stealing Cato's knife. Why Cato cared, who knows?
Who knows?
He was like, "Why'd you steal my knife?" To
Right.
the guy who
Who
had a
cares?
twisted ankle. Like, who cares?
Right. Who cares?
Also, I feel like 4 days is not enough time.
Yeah, I was about to say, dude. At least give them a week.
At least a full
At
week.
least. Like a week minimum. I'd rather give them a little more time, but they're literally just killing children and they just want to get it done as fast as possible.
As fast as
So,
possible.
whatever, I guess.
Whatever. I will say.
Kill the children faster.
I will say it's really nice, not nice of them. Like, come
Jordan.
on, not nice of them, but it's really good that they at least try to teach them survival skills.
Yeah, at least they give them the option to learn how
Yeah,
to fend for themselves.
they're like, we have some classes that everyone has to take, but other than that, you're on your own. Survival's over here, fighting's over here. Don't skip out on
Right.
survival.
Right. Like y'all know y'all strengths and weaknesses, you figure it out.
Yeah, they said just make sure you know how to build a fire.
Yes.
That's all you really need to know. And so at dinner that night, Haymitch tells them that the tributes from District 1 and 2 are called careers, which are tributes that trained and volunteered to be in the games, even though that's kind of illegal, but also not. It's a gray area.
Yeah. It's a very great like why are they allowed to do that but everyone else is not?
Well, their districts do have more money than most other districts, but
That is true.
that's a whole conversation that's in the books that's not in this movie, so we just kind of have to gloss
Yeah.
over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so while they're talking about their skills, Katniss being able to shoot a bow, Peeta being strong. Peeta says that he's not going to win.
Peter's
I
strong.
mean, yeah, yeah, that's why I kind of just brushed past it. I was like, that's not really a skill, but
I can bake. I can make a
I
mean
can bake.
bread.
I mean, his other skill is painting,
Yeah.
so yeah. But yeah, Peeta is like, I'm not gonna win, and gets all upset and leaves because his mother pretty much told him that Katniss was probably gonna win, if anyone
Just
for
tell me
District
you
12.
don't love your kid, bro. Just tell me you don't love your
Right?
kid.
Yet again, we have to go with the why are we not lying to the children?
Right. Please.
Please, please.
Please.
The moral of the story: please lie to your children. I'm kidding,
Right.
but in a life and death situation, maybe lie to
Yeah.
them.
There are certain times and places for it.
Hmm.
This might have been one of them.
This was most definitely one of them.
Yes.
Yeah. And so we then get a flashback of a time that Peeta gave Katniss bread when she was starving.
Kind of just threw it at her.
Drew it in the mud.
In the mud, right.
In the mud.
Honestly, that makes me so mad. Like in his
Yes.
mind, he's like, "Oh, I did a good deed." Like, homie, you could have threw it at her,
You could have
not
put it
in
in
the
a bag.
mud.
You could have put it in
Right,
a bag and just left it on the porch. Like literally
right.
anything
She
else.
wasn't that far away.
She
Like
wasn't.
he could
You
have
could have
just been.
handed
He
it
could
to
have just been
her.
like, bro, come
Come
here,
here. Come here. Come here.
come here, and just like chucked it at her, or just left it on the floor. At least she could cut the bottom off or whatever. If you couldn't
Something.
go in and get a bag, just don't throw it in the mud,
Just
my
don't throw
man.
it in the mud. Thanks for the food poisoning you just gave me.
Yeah, great.
All the
Perfect.
food I ate is now on the floor. Thanks.
Yeah, perfect.
And so the next day, Katniss checks out the careers who are, I learned their names, guys. Be very proud of
You
me.
did you?
Yes, they're Marvel and Glimmer from District 1 and Kato and
Okay.
Clove from District 2.
I remember Glimmer and I remember Kato.
I remembered everyone but Marvel. Did not know his name. Had to look it up.
Yeah. Yeah. Do they
Did not
even say
remember.
his name?
They do one time
Oh,
in the
okay.
interview thingy, like when it first starts. He's like the first person who
Mm.
comes out, and Caesar says
Oh.
Marvel. That's the only
Oh,
time they say
okay.
his name.
Okay, because I'm like, I can't remember a single time they might have.
Because like literally every other person's name they say multiple times throughout this movie. Marvel they say once.
Yeah.
Once.
Okay.
Sorry. What's his name? Gosh, he's on a
Oops.
show I like too. He's literally on The Boys,
Jordan.
and he was in the last Scream
Jordan.
movie, but I can't remember his name.
Awful.
He's Meg Ryan and what's his name's son. He's a nepo baby, but I can't remember his name. Sorry.
How good of a Neville baby can he be if you can't even remember his name?
So, well, he plays the same character in everything, so I don't know.
Mm.
Sorry to that man. Can't remember his name. Anyway, during one training exercise, Peeta falls, and to make him look like less of an easy target, Katniss tells him to throw something heavy, and he does, which impresses the careers. How? Who knows?
Right. Ooh, that guy can throw a 50-pound plate.
Right?
Hell
I
yeah.
could throw a 50 pound weight. Like, come on.
I love how these guys trained all their lives for this, and they're somehow impressed that he can chuck a plate around.
Yeah.
Like, shouldn't they be strong like him too? Like, y'all literally trained for
They
this.
they're not all strong. They all have skills of their own, except for Glimmer for some reason. She's kind of terrible at her skill. But
She's there to look pretty.
if you want me to tell you their skills, I'll tell you. Marvel is good at like throwing like spears.
Okay.
Glimmer is supposed to be good at archery, but she's really bad at it.
Is she? She's supposed to be good at that.
In her like little training thingy, she kept missing the target.
Yeah.
Kato is like an all around good killer, I
Yeah,
guess.
of course.
He's strong. He is good with knives, good with archery, everything. Um, and then Clove is good at like throwing knives.
Okay.
Weird
Okay.
skill,
Yeah,
but I guess since she's so tiny, she needs a skill where she doesn't have to be close to people.
I guess so.
Which I will bring that up later.
Okay.
I will bring that up later. And so, on the last day of training, the tributes are sent in to be evaluated by the game makers. And Katniss goes in, and they ignore her. So she
Yep.
shoots an arrow into the apple that is in the mouth of a pig that they're eating.
Yeah.
And then she just
It's
leaves.
kind of badass though. Yeah,
Really
she's
badass.
literally like she's like, "Oh, y'all ain't gonna pay attention to me? You will know.
Yep.
You will know." And honestly, good for you, girl.
Good
Go
for you.
off.
When she gets back to the apartment, Effie scolds her, but Haymitch just laughs and says, "Nice shooting." And that night, PETA is awarded an 8 and Katniss an 11. I don't remember what the scale is. I think it's 12.
Yeah, I
Don't remember.
think so.
Which, like, how would you get a 12?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Because
Like
Kato
what? Yeah,
got like a
what?
10, right?
Yeah. What more could you do?
What more could you do? And so the next day, President Snow meets with the head game maker Seneca Crane and scolds him for giving Katniss a good score after she like pulled off a rebellious moment, and tells him that he better keep her in check.
Yes.
One night, Haymitch tells Katniss that Peeta wants to train by himself before they have tribute interviews, like the night before the game.
Yeah.
During the interviews, Katniss goes first, and after stumbling a little bit, she ends up impressing everyone and shows off her dress that when she spins has little flames on the bottom.
Ooh.
And goes on after her. He's very charismatic and everyone loves him. And when he's asked if he has a special girl at home, he says no, he came with his special girl. to, to everyone's shock.
Iconic.
It is iconic. No, actually, this is his second most iconic moment. His first
Yeah, the
iconic
most iconic
moment is
moment
in Catching Fire.
is in Catching Fire. Because this man really said, "But the baby." And everyone's like,
But the
"What?"
baby. What?
I will never get over the smirk he gives to Haymitch in the crowd, and Haymitch just like toasts his drink back at him. I will never get over that. Will
That
never.
that will go down as a piece of cinematic history.
No, seriously, this man, he heard make people like you and play the media, and he said, "Say
I got
less.
you.
I got you."
He was like, I do this for fun. I got it.
Right, right.
When he gets off stage, Katniss attacks him. But Haymitch gets her to stop by telling her that he made her look desirable,
That is true.
which is kind of an insult. But
Yeah,
but
yeah.
she,
We're
she
gonna roll with it though.
but she was like, okay.
Okay.
That night, Peeta and Katniss can't sleep, and so they both go into the living room or whatever. And she apologizes to him, and Peeta says that he doesn't want the Capitol and the games to change him. And if he's gonna die, he wants to die as him. And then they just both awkwardly go to bed. She's like, "Wow." He's like, "Well, early day tomorrow."
Right. He literally just drops a truth bomb, and she's just like, I, I can't emotionally handle that. And he's all like, "I'll see you
Bet.
tomorrow."
I'll see you tomorrow. He's so real for that. The next morning, they board the transport to their arena, where they are chipped with tracers as Seneca gets all the other game makers ready. When they arrive to the arena, Katniss meets Senna in her tube room, I guess you would call
Yeah,
it.
it's the room that she's in right before she goes into the games. Whatever
Yeah,
kind of prep room this is.
yeah. Um, Senna gives her her jacket that has her Mockingjay pin on it before sending her off. How they allowed that into the games, I don't know.
Right.
I see it as a weapon, but they didn't.
Seneca out here just casually giving her extra weapons.
Yeah, he was like, if worse comes to worse, use this.
Right. This sharp edge of the pin you can just stuff into someone's neck. You know what I mean?
Right in the neck, or an
Right in the neck
eye.
or an eye.
Whatever you can get too
Whatever
fast.
works. Yeah.
And so Katniss gets into her tube that takes her up to the arena where they have the longest fucking countdown of all time. Why is it 60
No, for
seconds?
real though. No, seriously.
Why are they
Like
standing
what?
on the platforms for 60 seconds?
What's the purpose?
Luckily, they corrected it in Catching Fire.
Yeah, they made it 10.
Luckily, they made it 10. Thank God.
Yeah.
But yeah, countdown happens. Everyone runs off their platforms. Peeta does what he was told by Haymitch and runs to higher
Run.
ground and to get water,
Yeah.
while the rest of the tributes are like killing each other in a bloodbath to get the supplies at the cornucopia. Katniss, on the other hand, sees a bag and she's like, "I need that bag.
Yeah. She said, I heard you're supposed to get that bag. I'm gonna go get that
Go
bag.
get that bag."
I'm gonna go get that
She gets
bag.
it and almost gets her killed.
Yes. It's literally a bloodbath at that cornucopia.
Yeah, she almost gets what would you call it? Stabbed? If someone throws a knife at you, are you stabbed?
You're still being stabbed, right?
Or yeah, she almost gets stabbed by Clove. She throws a knife at her. Luckily, she misses though.
Yeah.
She's not
Some
so good
talent.
at hitting. She's not so good at hitting humans. Don't
Yeah,
know
moving
why.
targets, not for her.
Not her thing.
No.
A stationary target though, she's very good at.
Perfect. Yes.
And so Katniss gets her bag. She runs into the woods, and in this bloodbath, a total of 12 tributes are killed.
Awful.
Katniss is able to find water and creates a trap for animals for food before going into a tree and tying herself down to sleep. And that
That is
night they
so
show.
smart though.
It is smart, but she didn't do it well.
Yeah.
She tied her legs. I would have tied at
Yeah, I
my
would have
like
tied my
waist.
waist or like up higher. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Because I
But
feel
she,
like the most heavy part of yourself is your upper body.
yeah.
So if
If
you're
you like,
gonna,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you're gonna fall
It worked.
off.
It worked for
It
her. It
works.
it worked
Yes.
for her. But yeah, that night they have like a tribute to all the
Do,
fallen
do, do,
tributes
do, do,
on the like
do, do, do.
ceiling
A
of the arena.
projection? Yeah.
Yeah. We also see that a girl is really dumb and makes a fire at night. And so she's obviously easily tracked down and killed.
Yeah. Yeah. She
Don't
wasn't thinking.
No, she was just cold. I get it,
Yeah,
but
I get it, but don't. At what
don't.
cost?
You know what cause? You're warm, but now you're dead.
Yeah, at least you died warm.
Yeah, and so Katniss sees this, and she also sees that Peeta is working with the careers to find her. The next day, the game makers don't like that Katniss is so far away from all the other tributes, and so they send fireballs at her to make her run towards the careers.
That's so weird.
By some miracle, she's able to get away,
Mm-hmm.
and she gets herself into a tree where they can't catch her because apparently none of them can climb a tree.
Yeah.
They have Kato try, he fails, and they don't try again.
Yeah. They're literally like, we gotta get her. One attempt. We'll try later.
I'll try later. um, Katniss has also burned her leg while trying to get away from the fireballs. So Haymitch goes out to get her some medicine by getting her
Aw.
some sponsors. He's able to do it.
He
And
is.
this medicine heals her almost immediately.
Yeah, whatever they're putting in this, it's doing
Some
its job.
some real potent stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so the next morning, the young girl from training, Rue, this is the actual
Yes,
Rue.
this is the actual Rue.
She's also in the trees, and she tells Katniss to cut down a tracker jacker nest, which is like genetically engineered wasp
Mm-hmm.
that have like super deadly poison. And after being stung a couple of times, she's able to cut it down, and they attack the careers, killing Glimmer.
Goodbye.
Well, by um, Katniss is able to get down from the tree while hallucinating, and is also able to take Glimmer's bow before passing out and having a dream of when the mines exploded in District 12 when she was younger
I
that
don't
like killed her
I don't know
father.
how Homegirl was able to do all of that under what she was under. Can I just say?
I have no idea, but her just like running through the woods, like not knowing where she's going, and somehow she still lived.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like I know you can do like incredible things when like your life is on the line and like all that adrenaline is pumping through you, but Homegirl could not even see. She
Mm-mm.
did not even know where she was going. But she made it.
She made it down from that tree. She made it to Glimmer's body, where she like had to like break her hands open to get the bow out of her hand.
Yes.
She made it to PETA at some point, where where he was
Mhm.
just like, "You gotta go,"
Yeah, you got to go, girl.
and she went.
Yeah,
she
she
went.
did. She's like,
She got
"I
to
bet, say less."
say less,
I'm out.
and then just woke up a couple of days later in the woods.
Yeah. Yeah, how she lived that long, I will never know.
I have no idea. And so that takes us to her waking up. She wakes up. Rue has been taking care of her for a couple of days,
Mhm.
which, like, days?
Right,
Yikes.
girl.
Yikes. And so the next day, they come up with a plan to destroy the career's food supply. So Rue is supposed to set up fires in the forest to distract them while Katniss goes to destroy the supplies.
Mm.
Katniss is able to use like bombs from the platforms to like blow up their food.
Mhm.
And after being temporarily stunned, she goes looking for Rue. Rue starts to scream for Katniss, and as she finds
Mm.
Rue in a net, Marvel jumps out and throws a spear at them before Katniss kills him with an arrow. But Rue was hit by the spear and dies in Katniss's arms while Katniss sings to her.
That was so sad.
Um, After Rue dies, Katniss gives her a little funeral and inadvertently causes a riot in District 11.
Yes.
And so after this, she just goes off on her own. Haymitch
Mhm.
is also able to use this riot as a way into convincing Seneca to change the rules of the Hunger Games.
Yeah, I I don't know how this goes.
I don't
I
know
feel
how
like
he did
these
it.
games right, I don't know how. I feel like all these games are different all the time because these people are just all like will let anybody give them ideas. I
Yeah,
swear to you.
just
They're like
anybody off the
if it's
street,
good
they're just
enough,
like,
if it's good enough, they'll be like, yeah, totally, I'll put it in.
yeah, the audience will love that. Yeah,
They'll
let's do
love
it.
that. Yeah.
Like,
What the
it's
heck?
fucking insane. Like, how are you just gonna change the like one fundamental rule in the Hunger
Yeah.
Games?
Yeah, like the rule that cannot be broken. They're like, "Oh, yeah, we can make that different this year."
Yeah, no one will
Like,
care.
what?
Do I need to get this approved? No,
No. I am the game
no.
maker.
I'm the
So,
gamer. I'm just gonna do it,
I'm gonna do it. Fuck it, we
and
ball.
he does. And so there's a announcement that if you're from the same district, you
Y'all
can
can
both
win.
win.
Yeah.
And so Katniss goes looking for Peeta and finds him painted as a rock by the river.
That will always be funny to me.
Yeah, he was like, "Hey," and she was
Yeah.
like, "Oh my god."
She's like, I was about to step on your face,
Where did
bro.
he get the paint?
Yes. Did Hamish send him paint?
Hamish, he had a wound on his leg, and Hamish sent him paint.
He said, "Yeah, I'm gonna send Katniss the medicine." It's like, and you
Yeah,
have one actually real talent, and that's for painting. So here's a
yeah,
palette and some
you'll
brushes.
be fine. Just hide.
You'll be fine. You'll make it.
I know Katniss tried to do that, and they were like, "That's not going to happen," but they'll let you
Yeah,
hide.
right, for sure.
And so Katniss takes him to like a cave and cares for him, and they have a tender moment. And because of this tender moment, they are sent soup. Still not the medicine they need. And this soup didn't even have like vegetables or meat in, or anything in it. It
It's
was
just
literally
broth.
just broth.
Whoever Hamish schmoozed, he did not do it to the right people because they're literally like
No.
soup. I'll send them broth.
Like, yeah. He was like, "Can you at least send them some soup?" He was like, Sure. Broth? Got it."
Sure. Right. They're like, my favorite soup is a broth, so let's send them my favorite,
Mhm.
just some chicken broth.
Yeah.
Just some chicken broth.
That'll heal that wound right up.
Yeah, of course. That'll give them enough strength to keep going.
Yeah. Peeta then confesses his love to Katniss, and she doesn't brush him off, but she also does not reciprocate.
Yes! She kind of just says, thanks.
Thanks.
Basically.
Which, like,
Oh.
I feel you, Katniss. Right there with you.
Yeah, she literally
Um,
did an avocado.
Thanks.
Thanks.
She then cuddles with him after he like begs her to, and later he's like, "I'm dying. Please lay with me." And she's like, "Sure."
I need human touch. I'm dying. Just
"I'm dying."
lay down.
She's like, "Fine, damn."
He was like, shit. Just like, I hate hugging people in general, but I guess I
She's
can
like,
lay
"I wasn't
down.
this loud when I thought I was gonna die." Like, gosh,
Right. Like, I was willing to go down.
like a man. And so later, there's an announcement that the game makers are leaving supplies for everyone at the cornucopia. And Peeta tells
It's the
Katniss
truth.
not to go, and so she kisses him. And he's like, "Well, now you really can't go." And I'm like, "Why?" And after he starts to show signs of like infection or something, she's like, "I'm going anyway."
Yeah.
At the cornucopia, as Katniss is grabbing her supplies, she's attacked by Clove, who taunts killing Rue. And so Rue's district mate, sorry to that man, I think his name is Thresh.
Yes, his name is Thresh.
Cool.
Jordan.
He
Jordan.
he kills Clove and spares Katniss for taking care of Rue.
Hmm.
Okay, here's my rant. There is no way Clove would have been able to take down Katniss.
Yeah, no way.
Clove was so tiny. There was no way.
No.
No,
Uh, no.
no,
There's just no
no.
way. She's thin and small.
She's thin and small. And I know
Crack her like
that
a glow stick.
I know Katniss comes from like pretty much like a food desert, but she's been
Yeah.
eating for a couple of days. She's been training.
Right. She's good.
She's good.
She's fine.
It doesn't matter. Clove is dead. Um,
Yeah.
when Katniss gets back, she gives Peter the medicine, and then he gives her some medicine because she has a knife wound on her
Oh
forehead.
my goodness.
And everyone, including the makers, are touched by this.
Oh.
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 The next morning,
Real
Peeta
love
is
does exist.
yeah. Mm. The next morning, Peeta is miraculously healed.
It's that broth,
Like
bro.
it's that broth. Yep.
It's that broth.
Hamish was
Be
like,
out
"Why'd you
here
go for
doubting the
that
broth.
medicine? You had your broth."
Right. Like, bro, I was okay.
Yeah, and so now Peeta's like gaping wound just looks like a small cut. And so they both separate so they can go hunting for food when Katniss hears a cannon and finds Peeta's jacket with poisonous berries on it, so she freaks out. But it turns out that a girl that they call Foxface, I don't even know her district, I'm so sorry,
Yeah, me neither.
she's eaten them and she died. Not
Mhm.
Peeta. Peeta's Gucci. Peeta's fine.
He's okay. He's fine.
And so after she dies, the sun then immediately starts like rapidly going down.
Yes. They said it's nighttime now.
It's nighttime now. And the game makers send in mutts, which are genetically engineered either dogs or wolves. I can't tell.
Dogs? Question mark.
Dogs. Let's go with dogs.
Okay.
And they kill Thresh. That's what we agreed his name was, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I
Mm-hmm.
wrote down the boy from 11. So,
His name is Thresh. His name is
Thresh.
Thresh.
Thresh. Um, and they chase Peeta and Katniss to the cornucopia. On the cornucopia, Cato attacks them and he holds Peeta at like knife point, and then he goes into this speech about how no one really cares about him and he's just a pawn in this game and blah 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 blah. And Katniss is like, please shut up, and shoots him in the hand, and Peeta pushes him off the cornucopia.
Yeah,
Where
she's
he
like,
is,
great sob story, bro.
yeah. He's like, I have this. She's like, I have the same sob story, but I come from a poor district. Please shut up.
Yeah. Your argument is invalid.
Yes. Like you volunteered to be here. Like I didn't.
Right.
I mean, I
Right.
did,
You
but
chose, yeah, but not for the reason you were.
not for the reason you did. And so he's eaten alive by the mutts, and Katniss shoots him like in his misery because it's like it's taking too long. In the books, I feel like they say it takes like days, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, I it took a long time. I don't remember
It's
how much time, but it was a very long
it was
time.
a very long time, and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense, but whatever.
Yeah. Oh.
And so after Gato is killed, the mutts leave, and the sun comes up. And Seneca makes an announcement that there will again only be one victor. He's like, hey, so sorry.
Yeah, actually,
I know you put all this effort into saving him, but you're going to have to
right.
kill him.
Right. Because we want the drama.
You want the
We don't
drama?
get the drama if both of you live.
I was like,
Just one.
I was in a silly, goofy mood when I said that earlier.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Yeah. I might have drank a little too much when I read that announcement. That was
Yeah,
not me.
yeah. Can you show me a recording of me saying that? I don't remember saying
Right. Yeah, I did not say that.
that. I did not. And so Peeta and Katniss refuse to kill each other, so they agree that they're going to eat the poison berries. But before they're able to do so, Seneca like freaks out. He's like, "No, you won."
Right.
he's
Just
like, "I was."
kidding.
He's like, "I was double kidding. Like you won.
Right. Right.
You
Like
heard
it's
my first
opposite
announcement."
day. Right.
Yeah,
It's opposite day.
April
Duh.
Fools.
Right. Like I know you don't know what day it is, but it's April Fools out here.
Yeah, we keep fucking up the days so you don't know what day it is, but
Yeah. But I know.
yay! And so they get back to the Capitol, and Haymitch tells Katniss that President Snow is not happy and that they will need to be very
Mm-mm.
careful. They go back to District 12 as heroes and are reunited with their families, even though we never see Peeta's family ever in this
We never
entire
see Peeta's
franchise.
family.
We never see his
Don't they
family.
just hate him though? Like isn't that the thing?
Do they hate him?
Yeah, like I doesn't it get like talked about in the books like they actually don't like their son?
I don't remember.
Okay. Cuz I feel like that was a thing.
But I think that's so funny that literally everyone else likes him, but not his family.
Seriously,
That would be funny.
honestly.
Um,
Ugh,
yeah, you'll never see his family if you watch these movies.
no.
No,
Mm-mm.
I think they sort of stop existing after Catching Fire. Like
Oh,
they're never
definitely.
brought up again. Never brought
Oh
up again.
no.
And so, yeah, their heroes are reunited with their families. Seneca is placed into a room with a bowl of the poison berries, and President Snow watches as they're like welcomed at home, and he's not happy about it. And that's how the movie
Mm-mm.
ends.
Yep.
Yay! Okay, Kelly, are you ready for the movie facts?
Yes, I am.
Quite a lot.
Okay.
Quite a lot. While horsing around on set, Jennifer Lawrence accidentally kissed Jordan? Why did I write kissed? Kicked
Oops.
Josh Hutcherson in the head, knocking him out and resulting in a concussion. So not kiss at all.
how
Quite the
how
opposite.
do you accidentally kick somebody in the head? Is my question.
I don't know, cause I
How
don't
is
know.
that possible?
Don't know.
Okay.
But that's very on brand for Jennifer Lawrence.
No, it really is though.
Okay. Second one. For this movie, Jennifer Lawrence was paid $500,000. Yeah. For Catching Fire, she was paid $10 million.
Oh my gosh.
The salary
What?
jump. That's if you're doing the math at home, that is 20 times her initial
That's
movie.
absolutely insane.
That is insane. But like she
I
deserved
I
it.
wouldn't know I wouldn't know what to do with myself if they're
She
like, yeah, first movie, you know, second movie comes
500,000.
out. Oh my
And I bet you
gosh.
she thought $500,000 was a lot of money when she did
I
the
think
first
five hundred
movie.
thousand dollars is a lot of money. What the heck?
But like to be at a franchise, I don't care if I'm unknown. I'm like, no, I want 1 million. Like a franchise,
Yeah,
give me 1 million.
yeah.
But that's still insane.
No,
That's
seriously though,
that is so much money.
it's a lot of money.
um, third movie fact. Liam Hemsworth and Jennifer Lawrence are both natural blondes, but they dyed their hair brown for this movie. And Josh Hutcherson is a natural brunette, but he dyed his hair blonde.
They all had to switch.
They were like, damn.
They're like, we
I
love
mean,
your characters, but you have to change your hair. We love you as people, and you fit the characters. It's just the hair.
yeah, we got to change the hair. Sorry, it's the books. It's okay, though. I feel like Liam Hemsworth with this movie found out that he looks better with brown hair, so
He does. Yeah.
works out fine. Okay, so on the little platforms when like they're first
Mm-hmm.
starting, like the countdown.
Mm-hmm.
Because of how the pedestals were arranged and spaced apart on the field, there were only 20 of them instead of 24.
What?
Yeah, I guess they didn't space them out enough or
That's
they
funny.
were or they were
They're like,
like
some of y'all
no
are gonna
one
have to share.
yeah, they were like no one's going to count. Like
Yeah,
12
it's
or you're going
okay.
to die immediately anyway. It does not matter.
Right, right. So we're just gonna shove you out.
Yeah. Jennifer Hudson and Hudson Jordan.
You were just
I
not okay with names today.
I am not okay with names today. Wow, Jennifer Lawrence and
There we go.
Josh Hutcherson. I think I was like combining
Putting
their
them together,
names.
yeah. You definitely were.
Yeah, they were both born in Kentucky, which is a state with rural poverty and coal mining.
Tell me that didn't go into consideration.
They were like, these kids really understand the plight
They
of
really
District
did.
12.
They grew up in this, man. This
Yeah,
is amazing.
put them in. Jennifer Lawrence is actually left-handed in real life, but in the
Hmm.
movies, it appears that she is right-handed because she had to learn to do everything with her right hand, including
Oh, that must have sucked.
shooting a bow and arrow.
That must have sucked.
I'm just trying to think of me having to shoot a bow and arrow with my left hand, and I don't think I could do it.
No, seriously. Like having to basically relearn everything with the other hand.
Yeah, I could
I,
not do that.
yeah, I don't know if I could.
And then last one. In there's like a bonus scene
Hmm.
that alludes to the second movie where you see President Snow switching out the envelope for the quarter quell that is coming up in the next movie. So
Oh,
he cheated. Whatever the real
yeah.
quarter quell is
Can
does
we
not
know what
happen.
the original quarter quell
I want them to tell
idea
us.
was?
Yeah, let
Yeah,
us
can I
know.
just know?
Thank you.
Thank you.
And okay, Kelly, it's time for the question. Is this movie iconic?
I'm gonna say yes.
Hmm.
I'm gonna
I
say yes.
wholeheartedly agree. It's not my favorite Hunger Games movie,
Yeah,
but
but I
this,
think it's the first installment to, I think, for this era of like YA movie, YA books to movie, like this was the top tier
yeah, I know Twilight
trilogy.
came out first, but this movie is what really like started the YA movie or
Mm-hmm.
book to movie
To
franchise
movie. Oh
craze.
yeah, yeah.
Like
Because
this
Divergence is
movie
not
is.
it.
No.
Divergence is not.
They
She
tried
thinks she's it,
they
but it's not.
they tried so many times after this movie came out to make another one,
Oh
and it
yeah.
did not work. They tried Divergent, they tried
Mm-hmm.
what's that
Then
movie?
Mortal Instruments, or
Mortal
the one with
Instruments.
yeah.
They tried what's that movie that has Amanda Seinberg in it where they have like powers?
Oh. Uh,
While we're
I can't
waiting on that,
remember.
there's another movie that they tried to make a franchise with Chloe Moretz called The Fourth Wave or something, or The Fifth Wave or something
Yes,
like that.
the
They
fifth
tried with
wave.
that. They tried
Yes, they
many
did.
times to have more franchises, and it never worked.
You know what's funny though? Why did they even try with Mortal Instruments when there's like 20 books?
Didn't they
I'm j-
like? Didn't they like push some of them into the first movie?
I
Didn't
don't
they
know.
like
I've never
squeeze
read
them?
them.
I haven't either. I don't even
I
remember the first.
yeah.
I don't even remember the movie.
I think I like
I watched the
read.
show
Oh, oh, I didn't even watch the
Shadowhunters for
show.
a
Yeah.
while. I think I watched like the first like two
Was
or
it
three
good?
seasons.
Was it good?
It was ABC Family. It was okay.
Hmm. Oh, I Am Number 4. They tried to do that.
I forgot about that movie.
Yeah, they tried to do I
They
Am
really
Number
tried to
4.
make Alex Pettyfer a thing for a while.
Really though?
I think this is like his. I think this was like his second or third franchise movie. Because wasn't he also in that Alex Rider movie?
Was he?
He was. Yes, he was in that Alex Rider movie. They tried to make him a star so many times, and it just never happened.
No, seriously.
But yeah,
Bro, literally, she has been in like every like YA book to movie adaptation.
who?
Chloe Moretz.
What has she been in?
Uh I totally just swiped by everything. Oh no, now it's okay.
I know she was in
If I
Kick Ass,
stay,
but I don't count that as a
you
YA.
don't oh kick oh yeah, then kick ass. She did If I Stay.
Never seen it.
What is it? She did didn't she do the fifth wave? She did the fifth wave.
Yes.
She did they really like tracked her for all of these.
She's another
She did
person who they
another
tried.
one called The Miseducation of Cameron Post.
Never heard of it. She's another
Yeah, me
person
neither.
who they tried to make a star and it just never happened.
It never happened. Sorry.
And would it be presumptuous of me to say they did the same thing with Haley Steinfeld and it's kind of never happened?
Did they?
Yeah, you don't remember? Haley Steinfeld used to be in a lot of stuff.
Maybe I didn't watch it.
She's been in a lot of stuff. I think she even has like an Oscar nomination.
Oh,
But
Beautiful Creatures. I totally forgot about that one.
Chloe Grace Moretz is in Beautiful Creatures.
No, 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 no. I was just mentioning it. Like that's
Oh,
another one
okay.
that like they it was a good first movie and then they never went anywhere with it.
Was it good, Kelly? When's the last time
The
you seen that
Maze
movie?
Runner. The Maze Runner. That was the other one.
Oh, that one they tried so hard.
They
They
did.
even gave it 3 movies and it still fell flat.
Dude, I couldn't get into the books.
I remember I didn't really like the first movie. I went with Sabrina to see the second movie. We were like zombies. We were like,
I remember y'all telling me that, and I watched the first one and then I didn't watch the second one, and then I definitely didn't watch the third one after somebody told me that she lives.
I never watched the third one either. I saw the
Okay.
second one and they introduced zombies and I was like, what is this? And I gave up. I was like, I can't.
Yeah,
No.
no. No.
But yeah, they tried really
Zombies?
hard after this movie to get another
Yeah.
hit. And
Yeah.
honestly, they didn't even truly get a hit with these movies. So, yeah. But they're trying to redo the Hunger Games series. Let's see how that goes.
Wait, they're trying to
I'll
redo it?
Yeah, they have a new one coming out this year.
Oh,
I think it's
jeez.
based on that bird of the Ballad of the Birds or whatever book. I'll watch the trailer. If it looks promising, I'll go watch the movie.
Okay.
But I don't have much hope.
Rip.
Sorry. Okay, Kelly. What are your recommendations for this week?
Let me look at my list for a second. Because I've started keeping a list, so I so
Oh,
I know.
okay.
So I have two this week. They're both albums. The first one is Esperanza by Esperanza Spalding. She is a jazz singer and she has some really good stuff. Check her out. Um, and then my second one is an album by Isla called Other Ways to Vent. That's also a really good one. She's got like
I like Isla.
multiple different. Yeah, I feel like this album has like a bunch of different styles in it, and I love it. So there's like a little something for everybody. So that's me.
Cool. As usual, I have a lot. So,
Yes.
my first one is Essence by WizKid featuring Tim's. Great song.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure I heard this song live for the first time. Like the first time I ever heard this song was live at
Oh.
Outside Lands.
Oh yeah.
Really good song. My second one is Happy by Brandy. It came on while I was going to
Yeah.
work on Friday and I was like, "Oh yeah. Yeah. This is it." Woke me up.
This is the vibe.
This is the vibe for the day. And then I had a day full of work.
And you're like, please no, bring back the vibe of Brandy,
No,
please.
Brandy told me I was supposed to be happy.
Right.
My third recommendation is "Take Me There" by Blackstreet, Blinky Blank, Maze, and Maya. Great
Hmm.
song. You would not think that the Rugrats theme song could be turned into an R&B song, but they did it.
If you try hard enough, it
And
can
it
be
kind of made
R&B.
me want to watch the movie. So I should probably look up the movie
Really?
and watch it. I haven't seen it in years.
Hmm.
I don't remember the plot. I was always more into the second one where they go to Paris
Yes, that is true.
because the first one is kind of depressing.
I don't really remember. Yeah, now that you're
Doesn't
saying it, I
Tommy
don't really
doesn't
remember.
Tommy try to kill Dill? I
Yes,
feel like that's a
it's
plot
true.
point. I feel like Tommy
It
tries to
is.
kill Dill.
It is. It is. It totally is. That's a dark
So
movie.
it is a dark movie. So yeah, I've always been more prone to Rugrats Go to Paris, even though the entire plot is Chucky does not have a mother, but he gets a mother, so it's fine.
Gosh, dang.
And my last recommendation is "Heartbreaker" by Mariah Carey featuring Jay Z. Great song,
Ooh,
great
yeah.
song. You gotta break out your dictionary for that song. She likes to throw in a lot of what are they called, $5 words
Yeah,
in there.
she put some SAT words in there.
Yeah, she did. She was
She
like,
said,
I
"I'm
know.
educating y'all today."
Yeah, but yeah, Heartbreaker, great song. You'll learn a couple of things listening to it. She taught me the word incessantly, just so you know. And also, she taught me elusive. And what song is that? Honey.
Did she really?
Yeah, I
That's
remember being a
hilarious.
kid, and she was like, "Can't be elusive with you, honey." And I was like, "Elusive?
What
What's
does
that
that
mean?"
mean?
Pulled open my dictionary. Ah,
Ah,
a
thanks,
studious
Mariah.
queen. So yeah, that's it for this week. Thank you so much. So sorry you had to
Thank
wait so long for the
you.
first Hunger Games movie. I actually kind of
It,
forgot. Yeah.
It's okay. We got there
It's okay.
eventually.
You've seen them. Like
That is true.
my mom took me to see this. Like she wanted to see this movie.
Yeah. That's how big this was.
That's how big this movie was. I was a freshman in high school, and she pulled me to go see this movie. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Don't forget to follow us on our social media. We have a Twitter and Instagram. They're both at SYTYI Podcasts. Don't forget to send us your movie request or your movie stories at our email. Were you one of the other kids in the background of this movie? What was that like?
Did you have to stand in line and be part of the reaping?
Were you one of the kids who didn't get a platform?
Hmm.
What was that like? What's Jennifer Lawrence like? What's Josh Hutcherson like? What's Liam Hemsworth? Oh, you probably didn't meet him. Sorry.
True though. True.
His scenes were like not with other people, like at all.
Mm-mm. No.
But yeah, if you were in this movie in any capacity, let us know how that was.
Yeah.
Did you know you were making magic? Let us know. And our email, sytyipodcast@gmail.com. Don't forget to share us with your friends and your family. Subscribe to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. And rate and review us on Apple Podcasts with 5 stars.
Thank you.
Thank you. Everyone have a good week. I'm
Mm-hmm.
slowly but surely losing my mind.
Yeah.
It's cold and raining every day for the foreseeable future.
You're gonna live.
I mean, it's not raining right now. It's actually quite sunny, but it's not warm. And it's going to rain tomorrow. So,
Oh no. Sorry,
yeah.
bro.
I'm so tired of the rain. I'm so incredibly tired of the rain. I don't know how the people of like Seattle do this.
Well, they live
All,
there for a reason.
all you Washington people, how do you do this? How are you
Asking
not
for a friend.
how
I
yeah, I'm
need to
asking for
know.
a friend. How are you not perpetually upset? Like I am so tired of the rain. It's like not even funny. We're almost out of a drought. It's been raining so much. We're almost out of a 20-year drought because it's been raining for like 2 months straight.
Love that.
I
No more
can't do this.
drought.
I can't do this anymore. It's we're almost in the middle of March. Honestly, pretty much in the middle of March. And I haven't been to Tahoe yet because it's been snowing too much to go to Tahoe.
You really need to go to Tahoe.
I always go to Tahoe. Usually by this time I would have been to Tahoe by now.
True.
I'm so tired. Am I going to be going to Tahoe in June?
Yeah,
That doesn't make any fucking
actually.
sense.
But
Like what?
that's still cool though, saying you can see the snow in June.
It's not cool. It's not normal.
So
Mm-mm.
what?
It's against God. Mm-mm. It's something. There's something very demonic about that. I don't like it.
There's something very demonic about that.
I feel like that phrase is not in the Bible. And if a phrase is not in the Bible, I can't do it. I'm so sorry.
Wait, which one?
Snow in June.
Oh.
It seems very it seems very apocalyptic, very you're being punished. I don't like it.
It'll be over soon.
It better be. If we don't start seeing some at least 60s soon, I might have a mental breakdown.
For Jordan's sake,
Prefer
the sun better come
preferably
soon.
preferably at like 70s, but I
Okay.
will settle for 60s.
Okay.
Okay, I'm
Very, very big
freezing.
of you.
I'm freezing. And I'm supposed to be going to LA towards the end of this month, and it better be hot. It better be hot. Like I'm not even fucking kidding. It better be 80s. I've never been to Disneyland while it was cold, and I will never go while it's cold. If it's cold, I'm not going. I'm so sorry.
Jordan's gonna wreak havoc if he doesn't
Yeah,
get his warmth.
I will go crazy. I have a coworker who's from like Missouri or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, "Oh, it's nice outside." I'm like, "Fuck you." No, it's not. it's
To
it's
like
not.
take your little Missouri-ness out of this equation. We are in California.
Yeah, it's never supposed to rain in California. I mean, that's not true in Northern California, but
Mm.
it doesn't rain much. Okay, I'll go now, I guess.
Okay.
I want to edit before The Last of Us comes on tonight. Also, I started watching Modern Family,
Mm.
and so I want to get back to that. I'm on the Hawaii episode right now.
Ooh.
So, everyone have a good day. Have a good
Yep.
week. And stay iconic.
Stay iconic, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.